dollar store surgical type masks. No sew. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could still make these. You need just a stapler and a hot iron. I found some 100% polypropylene craft fabric at the dollar store, and this particular one is 20 by 8, so there's a fair bit of fabric there, as you can see, and you can make quite a number of masks. Anyway, put that aside. I also found some craft elastic. I know it's a shiny silver color, but I don't think that the color is really what's important here at this point, or even the fancy red. They had red, blue, yellow, green, quite a number of pink, but I just picked up the red. And okay, and I also had in stock something called mending tape, which is about an inch and a half, 1¼ inch tape or fabric that has glue on one side, so it's an iron-on mending tape for, I guess, for emergency cases. But this has been, I don't know where to find this except in a fabric store, but I've had this kicking around forever. You can, sew that by hand if you don't have something like that. So, okay, what I start off with is a piece that is, let's see what the measurement is. I've got approximately 8 inches, just over 10 inches. And I'm going to just make folds, and I probably should pin this. It makes it a little bit easier if I do that. I've got this on a cloth ironing board where I can just stick the pins in. I'm going to get a few more pins. So I just make my folds. And this is polypropylene, so you cannot iron directly on this material. It will melt, but the advantage over using polypropylene is that it is a non-woven product, which means that you don't have any holes through it, and that's what they make surgical masks out of, is a non-woven polypropylene fabric. So it's about as close as you can get to making your own, making it cheaply. So that's about the right size. They are not going to be, because they're all individually handmade, you're never going to make them all exactly the same, but it's close enough. Now, in order to press that down, I just cover it up with a sheet of paper and hit it with the iron. That way I can take the pin. Okay, so what we want to do with this tape is we want to slide it underneath the one side of the mask and bring it up to your fold line, and then fold it down. So what you've got is the tape on both sides evenly, and then we want to bring a sheet of paper up to that up to that tape, so, and use an iron to iron it on. Now you have to be careful because you can melt the polypropylene. As you can see, I already made one that I destroyed because the iron was too hot. So be careful there. And we have to hit this on both sides to glue the tape to the polypropylene mask. Okay. We'll hit it again once we get the other side. So same thing again on this side. You've got your tape that you will work underneath. Bring it up to the edge, fold it over. Bring your sheet of paper up to it so that your iron does not touch the polypropylene. And you're going to heat seal that carefully. Now you may have noticed that this one is a bit larger. After I burnt that one, I cut another piece and I made it a 10 by 10. So you can adjust the size if you need to. And then in order to put your elastic, you would measure and you could measure what you determine the size is going to be to go around your ear. Tie a knot at either end of this so it doesn't fray, because it will come apart. I only paid, I think, $1, less than $2 for all of this elastic as well, so not like it's expensive product. And that one's too big. So let's start off with I think I've got somewhere in the range of 6 inches here. And once you've made your first mask, you can determine what length you actually need. And this one goes around the ear. And if it's too big, you're better off to start off with a little bit big, because if it's too big, you can adjust it and cut off a piece. So, as well, you can trim your edges here to make it nice and clean if you want. Once again, this is no sew, no sewing machine required. But we need an iron and a stapler. Now, where's my staple gun? Ah, there, or sorry, stapler. Okay. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to reinforce the iron on with a stapler. Now, you could do this with a sewing machine if you do have a sewing machine. There's no reason why you couldn't. But if you don't, and I'm going to, let's see, recommend that we do them probably about 3/4 of an inch from the edge. And once again, that could be adjusted. And that will also help to hold your bias tape down. And I got that idea from seeing masks, that's all they do is they use a little staple to hold it together. The ones that are manufactured for this market. It's not like they spend a lot of time and effort making them either. Now the knot you've put in there helps to reinforce and hold your elastic as well. So there you go. You've got a mask, and once again you want to wear this, I believe, with the folds face downward. Pretty easy actually to make once you get set up, you could probably make quite a few of these in no time at all, and different sizes. So that's how to make your dollar store masks. And don't stick yourself with a pin, otherwise you'll leave blood all over. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.